CKJ Crypto News. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Ripple Pioneers, I got huge news tonight. We've pretty much, a recurring theme for CKJ Crypto News is XRP, Ripple mass adoption, global adoption, or global economy. Now, when I use the word mass adoption, that word is not hype. That word is not hype. This is facts. So far, well, basically, I've tied Ryan Zagone, Ripple regulator, to the GPFI, the Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. And what they're working on is an ecosystem for a digital payment system. They're currently working on framework for a digital payment ecosystem, global payment ecosystem. And it's tied into partners as, Clinton Initiative, World Bank, IMF, United Nations. The CGAP is a consulting group to assist the poor. And their main goal is a GPFI, which is the Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, engage in activity with the public and private sectors to support development of regulatory framework infrastructure ecosystem needed for the advancement of digital finance that will enhance digital services. And also, I ran across some really good articles on this one. You guys don't want to miss this. And also, I ran across another article about Ripple Labs named Tech Pioneer by World Economic Forum. So, I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited to be a pioneer in this revolution. I'm trying to tell you, buckle up. It's going to be one hell of a ride. I'm so excited. Right now, Ripple's what, 3 for $1, 4 for $1. Be careful. It might make you rich. I don't know. That's been in my head all day. It's just this amazing opportunity in front of us. Like, I believe this is our Google. This is our Amazon. This is our opportunity. I mean, this is huge. We know we're updating 40-year-old technology. And I actually ran across a quote in one of these articles that says that Ripple is working with the Federal Reserve to help update the Federal Reserve's faster payment system. So I'll read that also. And shout out to the Ripple Riddler. This is the Ripple Riddler right here. Matter of fact, I'll put a link in the description for his Twitter page. What he is he's the Ripple Riddler. And it's a really cool picture, so I decided to use it as a thumbnail. Ripple Riddler. Basically, what he does is he does riddles on Twitter. And from what I see, they're a lot of fun. So I will link the description for the Ripple Riddler in the bottom. So let's get this show started. I forgot the most important thing I always say. Bear with me, guys. XRP, baby. Okay, guys. So first things first. Oh, are you saying lawsuit dismissed? I think I just seen something that said the lawsuit got dismissed. 1 second. Coffee case dismissed. Classes adjourned. Bank XRP. Robert Lee. Interesting. Okay, I'll check this out right here. It looks like case might be dismissed right there. Before we get the show started, let me just look at this right here. Notify turn this without prejudice. It looks like okay, well, it's not really nothing important. It looks just like somebody tweeted the case got dismissed on the XRP lawsuit. But anyway, you can follow me on Twitter. Sorry about that, guys. You can follow me on Twitter, CKJ at CKJ Crypto News. I tweet all these articles. And I actually ran across another article about the Clinton Initiative and basically how they've been working on this mobile money and empowering these impoverished nations through this mobile money. And now it's awful weird that Clinton Initiative is working with Bill Clinton, with Ripple also. I believe that they're going to upgrade their mobile money to XRP. That's for sure. Alright, let's get this show started. So anyway, I ran across this building. Now, this is like I said, Ryan Zagone is all over this. Ryan Zagone, I've taught him, like I've said, World Bank, IMF, Federal Reserve, the GPFI, Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. I also tied him to the CGAP, which is designed to spur Oh, it's a consulting group to assist the poor. So Ryan Zagone, our Ripple regulator, he is everywhere. I basically said he's our time traveler. You know them old pictures from YouTube where they say, oh, we spotted this guy in the background because we know he's on the high level advisory board. I did that video. He's on the faster payments task force. We did that video. They're working with the Federal Reserve. They're working with the IMF, the World Bank. So today I've tied them to the GPFI, Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. And this is pretty huge too. If you're not familiar with them, before we get this show started, here it is right here, GPFI. It's let me see. During the last G20 of Finance, Central Bank's governors meeting in Buenos, Argentina, GFI holds a forum on technological trends and digital financial inclusion. The two-day GPFI forum on technical trends and digital financial inclusion was hosted on a back-to-back basis with the second GPFI plenary meeting serving as an opportunity to broadcast the importance of technology as booster of digital financial services, featuring avant-garde topics around the theme. The forum enabled GPFI members and stakeholders to join the discussion on how these issues impact the financial inclusion agenda from a policy perspective. On the first day, participants discussed how blockchain technology can impact financial inclusion by lowering transactional costs, making transactions more transparent, and facilitating payments and remittances. Sounds familiar? Well, of course, Ryan Zagone is working with this group right here. Attendees also discussed how innovative regulatory approaches such as sandboxes, which we did a video on sandboxes, or so-called Reg Labs, can open space for positive change through innovation. Another thing that's been a recurring theme here on CKJ Crypto News is this innovation is ahead of regulation, and that's why we haven't seen the moon yet. Because right now they're building a infrastructure legally to handle this. There's so many rules and laws for sending money state to state, cross borders. Now we're talking global. So this is going to be huge. On the second day, the forum reflected on how interoperability among financial services providers can lower the cost for payment services while also extending reach of such transactions. Finally, there were panels on gender, which is a cross-cutting issue in Argentina. G20 presidency, including the empowering women, represents enormous opportunity, and financial inclusion can greatly contribute to it. The forum took place the 3rd, 4th of July 2018 in Saudi Arabia. So, and then this is what I found out of this. This is the GPFI, Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, building an inclusive digital payments ecosystem. And that's what we're working on. Look, here's the phone right here. So, here's the Better Than Cash Alliance. They're also working with Better Cash Alliance, which we did a video on this, that Ryan Zagone is working with the Better Than Cash Alliance also. Ryan Zagone and Ripple is everywhere. That's why I say mass adoption. The primary author of this note was former Director of Financial Inclusion of the National Treasury of South Africa for the G20 Global Partnership, the Better Than Cash Alliance, which is a G20 partner and global ship for financial inclusion, which Ryan Zagone, matter of fact, believe it or not, I tied Ryan Zagone to like 4 different groups. He works with 4 different groups that work with this group. So this is huge. Ripple's going to be #1, that's for sure. We're going to blow Bitcoin away. Better Than Cash Alliance, input and guidance received, co-chair. And it's kind of weird too that we keep on mentioning the same places: Australia, Philippines, and Mexico. Australia, Mexico, in addition to other G20 members, implementing partners, also provide valuable contributions, including Argentina, Canada, Germany, consulting group to assist the poor, CGAP. Now remember that name. I tied Ryan Zagone to this group right here also. We've tied him to the Better Than Cash Alliance, but I do have a clip on this CGAP, the International Fund for Agriculture Development, the International Finance Corporation, IFC, and the World Bank. And I'm telling you, this is huge. Right here we got U.S. Treasury, and who do we got right here? Ryan Zagone, Ripple. So Ryan Zagone is in here, and also we got Visa. We got Visa in here, And this is what I said too. I've tied Visa to Ryan Zagone multiple times. Visa's working with Ryan Zagone. They're on the Faster Payments Task Force. Visa's also tied to Digital Currency Group. We know Digital Currency Group's early investor in XRP Ripple also. I can't even remember all the tie-ins with Visa. I wasn't going to do that video, but I changed my mind. And also we got Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation right here. We got MasterCard. Just everybody's on this. But a report by Better Than Cash Alliance G20 Partnership for Financial Inclusion, which we know that Ryan Zagone is on that. And if we go down to here, digital financial services has been an important component of the G20's work in promoting financial inclusion and driving economic growth since 2009. The G20 High-Level Principles of Digital Financial Inclusion, published in 2016, outlines 8 principles designed to inform national plans to leverage digital financial services. The aim to these principles is to sustainably increase financial inclusion while fostering inclusive growth, sustainable development, and protecting users of digital payments. Digital payments. Now, we've seen out of all the names up here, the only one I've seen that's delivering digital payments in that list of names is Ryan Zagone, and that's Ripple. We don't see Jed McCaleb up there. We don't see Justin Sun in that list. No, we continually run into Ripple. Mass adoption. That's why I always say that. I mean, come on, people. This guidance note supports the implementation of these principles and concepts of exclusive digital payments ecosystem, reflecting lessons drawn from policy development and implementation initiatives undertaken in several countries. Countries, not states, countries. Progress in developing a digital payment ecosystem depends on stakeholders working together so that the private and public sector lenders can align on a common interest. Because good practices for development of digital payment systems are still emerging. And that's why I truly say we are pioneers in this revolution. Digital payment systems are still emerging. This guidance note aims to support the process by identifying and describing component parts of exclusive digital payments ecosystem. So, if we move down right here, exclusive digital payments ecosystem in context. So far, what do we got? So far, we got the G20, which works with, like I said, I'm not going to read the names of the list again. It's almost everybody. But here's something that's interesting right here. To learn about McKinsey Global Institute study. Now here's McKinsey & Co. right here. McKinsey & Co. was hired by the Federal Reserve to highlight the best possible pick for faster payments in the Federal Reserve. Now, who did McKinsey pick? McKinsey picked Ripple. McKinsey said, we did that video also, McKinsey said that Ripple is the only enterprise-ready solution who can underpin the next generation from cross-border payments, high fees. Delivering financial services by digital means could benefit billions of people by spurring exclusive growth that adds $3.7 trillion to the cross-domestic product. Emerging economics within a decade. A 2016 study by McKinsey Global Institute, Digital Finance for All, empowering exclusive growth in emerging economics, estimates that digital financial services have the potential to provide 1.6 billion people in emerging economies with access to formal financial account and increase the GDP across emerging economics by 16% by 2025. So, the impact possibly because of the dramatic increase in service costs using digital technologies, an 80 to 90% reduction in service costs, a reduction in the use of cash with a resulting reduction in cash-related costs. So basically, and I did a video on this the other day where Gap and Pepsi and Visa, all of them are working on a cashless society. They want to all start using digital payments. Some of these companies even started paying their workers in digital payments. Digital financial services are providing sustainable opportunities to rapidly advancing financial inclusion. Digital solutions allow for safe and cost-efficient design and provision of financial services and products, hence the business models that can sustainably serve financial, underserved households and a small and medium enterprise. So we'll kind of just glance over this a little bit. I kind of want to get through this video, kind of make it kind of quick. Digital financial services are providing substantial opportunities to rapidly advance financial inclusion. There is increasing evidence that the use of digital financial services has the potential to reduce the financial inclusion gender gap. Payments are typically the entry point to the use of financial services by previously excluded. For the example, the receiving of remittances or social benefit transfers. So that's huge. Let's move on down. Digital payments also contribute directly to poverty reduction efforts. A 2016 study, a long-run poverty and gender impacts mobile money. Now remember that word right there, mobile money. I've actually tied the Clinton initiative to this mobile money campaigns, which was huge in Haiti. And now Clintons are working with Ripple. I believe they're going to switch from the mobile money to XRP. And we already know that Bill Gates is working with this too, and we know that Bill Gates is partnered with Mosey Loop. It's a huge movement right now for banking the unbanked. Malawi, we tied Malawi. I tied Clinton initiative to Malawi, Madonna, Ripple. Ripple is working with every institution, every bank. Like I said previously, I've tied Ripple to every bank, every financial institution, every country, every state. Like there's nobody that's not taking a serious look or partnering already with Ripple. Out of poverty, supporting universal access to and frequent use of transactional services, essentially, and the realization of potential of an exclusive digital payment ecosystem to improve the levels of financial inclusion. So let's just scroll on down a little bit. The exclusive digital payments ecosystem. So basically right here is another thing I thought was really interesting about this is now we run across the word fintech. Fintech. I've never heard the word fintech so much because actually Ripple from the private sector, the fintech company, has actually really been bullish on entering the market of payments and changing the traditional ways, the old Swift way, 40-year-old technology. Digital financial service providers, providing digital financial services, banks, licensed, non-banks, other financial institutions, and fintech. So digital financial services, payments, loans, insurance, savings account, investment services, merchants, businesses, and governments. And use cases is paying bills, buying, borrowing, saving, storing funds, sending, receiving funds, insuring assets and risk. Infrastructure readiness, payment system, voice and data communication networks, energy availability, identity systems, regulators, financial inclusion policies. I mean, this is huge. Let me just make sure. 4 key challenges to build an exclusive digital payment ecosystem and approaching to addressing those challenges. But we'll move on right here. Digital financial inclusion, emerging policy approaches. So right here, I just kind of wanted to share the acknowledgement part on this one. Same thing, I'll link both of these articles in the bottom of this video if you guys want to read them a little bit more in depth. Like I said, I'm just excited that Ryan Zagone is on here. And I believe you guys will also be. GPFI, Global Partnership, World Bank right here. And we got Acknowledgements Consulting Group to Assist the Poor. Ryan Zagone's working with that. I'll show you that in 1 second. World Bank right here. Better Than Cash Alliance right there. So if we scroll down, this is just another outline for digital financial inclusion, emerging policy approaches. So basically what I'm just saying is what I'm trying to basically get across to you guys is not only is Ripple working with every nation, but as we speak right now, they're actually developing the framework to handle this innovation. That's for sure. And we kind of proved it that Ryan Zagone he's everywhere. That's for sure. And this right here is the name I said, remember, the CGAP, to assist the poor. And this is from actually 2015 though, right here from Ryan Zagone, the ripple effect, why an open payment infrastructure matters. And there's Ryan Zagone right there. Payments are essential to prosperity of the poor because they provide access to a global economy. Now we're a global economy. This is why Ripple is going to be huge. Yet moving money is one of the most unappreciated challenges facing financial inclusion today. Inadequate infrastructure, exactly, lacks interoperability and involves multiple intermediaries to execute payments. And we know that's the truth. This creates delays, costs, and risks that prevent payment systems from adequately serving the world's poorest. As a payment sector contemplates new infrastructure, lessons from open infrastructure approaches such as those adopted for the information of the internet, sounds like Ripple to me, giving an indication of how to remove barriers in financial services and foster innovation and foster Ripple, might as well just say Ripple, and growth in payments, building connectively through open protocol. So then he's just pretty much going to go into Ripple, evolution of open protocols. It is becoming clear that the payment system needs to evolve to serve growing demands for low-value cross-border payments. Recently, open protocol for payments have begun to emerge. One example is Ripple, an open protocol that financial institutions and payment networks can implement for settlement. As an open protocol, Ripple enables peer-to-peer service architects to facilitate movement and the value among financial institutions. So I tweeted this one too. I will leave a link for this one in the bottom also. But this is what I thought was really interesting right here. This is the old one I ran across too. Here on CKJ Crypto News, if you're new to my channel, pretty much what I like doing is I like doing rabbit hole research. My thing is once you realize the infrastructure, the behind the scenes, what Ripple was up to, you realize that prices don't matter, bear market don't matter. We understand what's going on. This technology is currently being mass adoption behind the scenes. Everybody's working with Ripple, XRP, and they're going to use XRP, that's for sure. Ripple Labs named Technology Partner by World Economic Forum. Now this is huge. Like I said, this is old, but like a lot of people might be new to crypto. This came out in 2015. I've only been doing the channel for about a year. I've been in crypto for about a year now. So this is actually even came out before I got into crypto. So this is why I really like showing old articles. San Francisco-based Ripple Labs, one of the world's leading distributed ledger firms, won the award for its development and innovation Ripple protocol and its potential to change the world of bank-to-bank settlements. The word comes from the access to some of the highest ranking government officials and business leaders in the world. So this is huge. I will link this here. Ripple Labs will now have access to one of the most influential and sought after businesses and political networks in the world, and attend the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum to be held in Davos, Switzerland in January 2016. Now this is huge right here. Earlier this year, fintech startup Ripple joined the Federal Reserve Faster Payments Task Force Steering Committee to lead the United States' efforts to upgrade the country's financial infrastructure. To lead. I like the way they worded that. That's for sure. I like the way they worded that. Alright, moving on really quick. An Irish billionaire business philosophy. Now, the title's a little bit misleading, but what I thought about this article was really interesting is this guy, Dennis O'Brien right here, he's an Irish billionaire who runs Digicel. Digicel says he's made loads of money in Haiti. Now what happened in Haiti is he's tied to the Clinton initiative. When the hurricane happened, they pretty much, when Red Cross has to bring, and this is huge, and this is why they're really taking a serious look at Ripple and XRP technology too. When Red Cross comes through, it's really hard to get financial help to people or to tell who got financial help. It's really hard to keep track of it. Just like the voter system, it's hard to tell who voted or not. There's voter scams. I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of scams here. So what they're saying is if they can able to give the person through the money, then they can keep track of people through their money. Like, okay, you did receive your money. Here it is in record. And so this guy made a lot of money on Digicel mobile money. And he's actually got funded through the Clinton initiative. Now, Clinton initiative is working with Ripple. And now Clinton Initiative is also working in Malawi with Madonna. Clinton Initiative, Malawi, Madonna, Ripple, XRP, all tied together. He has, I had breakfast with O'Brien. His unique approach to globalization. He operates in 33 markets, Caribbean, Oceania, and provides sales service mostly to poor people who weren't being served before he arrived. The company now has a worldwide revenue of $2.7 billion. Now, who would have thought, right here, no one thought poor people would buy a phone. With innovative low-cost plans has been proved otherwise. Now, basically what they're saying is a lot of these poor people don't even have running water in their house. They don't even have shoes on their feet. But guess what they do have? They have a cell phone. So this is huge. And he's made $2.7 billion. What is that, 1 year? Yeah, worldwide revenue $2.7 billion. But if you go down here to the bottom right here, we'll just make it really quick. O'Brien was in New York for the annual meeting of the Clinton Global Initiative, which these days is caught up in a firestorm of controversy for mixing its good work with personal and political ambitions of the Clintons. Now that's a whole nother story right there. I kind of pulled that out. Alright, well, it looks like we're to the end here. GPF holds form on technical trends and digital financial inclusion. Okay, guys, so I was really excited about this find right here. Basically, there was this one right here. Building exclusive digital payments ecosystem. And like I was just so excited that, like I said, Ryan Zagone is on that right there. So basically, like I said, behind the scenes, Ripple is working with World Bank, IMF, Federal Reserve, CGAP, GPFI, Better Than Cash Alliance. He's on BAF, Bankers of Future something. Ryan Zagone is everywhere. Ripple will be #1. This technology is very serious. It's amazing technology. It's mass adoption 2020 for sure. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. The CKJ coin will pop up right now. Smash that CKJ coin to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video. Like the video. We're still in the campaign, 10K for CKJ. Shout out to the XRP family. You guys have been so supportive of the channel. I apologize I haven't been live streaming the last few nights. I just kind of been wanting to do like a little bit more deep dives and rabbit hole research. Bring out some really good stuff. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for your time. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night.